and welcome to Kats Creations live on a Friday night, where this is probably, unless I get bored during a vacation, will be our last live for 2020. I always take vacation the last 2 weeks of December because it kind of slows down for wreath makers. Even though we're like migrating and getting stuff ready for like 2021, like Mardi Gras, Valentine's Day, spring, St. Patrick's Day, New Year's, all that kind of stuff. You kind of need to find a way to take some time and reflect on 2020. What worked well for you? What didn't go so well? What are some things that you might want to refocus on? Because we kind of had 2020, I think, was just a surprise year. It's like every month, every day was a new surprise. So for 2020, we kind of have a little bit of experience to dip back on and say, if 2021 continues like 2020 did, what are we going to need to do differently? So taking time off is important. I mean, even Jesus withdrew from his followers and his disciples to just kind of have that moment of reflection, to kind of figure out, to rest, to relax. And it kind of gives your brain a break and allows you to research new designs, new techniques, so that I can come back fresh in January with a whole slew of new ideas and hopefully a lot new techniques. So we literally put our live together in 25 minutes because we're just walking around. I'm like, oh my God, what time is it? It's like 4:31. We totally forgot. Today's Friday. We have a live. So gratefully, I had this stuff put aside, like foreknowledge to put stuff aside as far as preparing materials. So I need to go through our list of housekeeping. So if you like this video, you want to replicate this design in the future or something similar, click the like and follow button. It will take this video, put it on your page. So much easier to find than, going through the hundreds of videos that are on our page. If you, let me go back. Click the share button if you want to put it on your page. Click like and follow if you want to get notified when we go live. And I kind of have a feeling somewhere in the middle of the vacation, like from December 15th to January 2nd, I might get bored and I might want to regroup and show you some new stuff, or show you what we're doing for 2021. So you just never know. So like and follow. And then once you do that, you're going to want to click the 3 little dots. That turns your notification screen up. And what you want to do is, I think the default is notify me of highlighted posts. So what you want to do is make sure you turn on all notifications, and then that way you don't miss if Facebook says, well, her live isn't a highlight, should be, but and they put some other posts in there. So make sure that you turn on all notifications.
Merry Christmas.
Well, yeah, getting close to Christmas. If you're on YouTube, this is a replay from an earlier Facebook Live on Friday. What's today's date? The 11th?
12th.
Are you sure?
Oh, you're right, the 11th. Friday, December the 11th.
Off. Okay, so Friday, December 11th of the year 2020. So YouTube subscribers, a little bit different for you. You're going to want to click the bell in the upper right-hand corner. I'm thinking of it the way I see from your screen. It's right here, the little bell. But if you're looking at your computer screen, it'll be on the upper right-hand corner. That's what you turn on to make sure you get notified when we upload new videos. If you're new, welcome. First of all, let us know you're new and let us know where you're from. A lot of times the connections we meet with other creatives they happen during a Facebook Live. So who knows, you might find somebody within your own same city or a nearby city, and then you can become crafting buddies. So tonight we're doing a winter welcome. We finished all the Christmas inventory, so Christmas is all finished and done. If you liked anything I did for Christmas and want to purchase it, we're running 20% off in my Etsy shop, which is KatsCreationsNMore 777. on all the Christmas and winter decor that we have left. So there's that. So,
Yep.
am I missing anything?
Nope. We've got Kathy Nonford, Gail Halco, Michelle, Sharon, Betty, Barbara, Donna, Lavania, Sue, Billy, Judy, Patty, Terry, April, Donna, Mary, Gail, Teresa, and so many more. Gail Reinertson, or Kathy Reinertson, Deborah Cassidy. So hi, gals.
Okay, so let's get started. 14-inch dollar to wreath frame is the basis for tonight's theme. Number one, because Kat didn't have time to go and pull other material down. So we're just going to go with what we know. So 14-inch dollar to wreath frame. And it's all wired up with the royal blue. This is about as dark of a blue as I could go with what I had in my inventory as far as pipe cleaners. So we're kind of taking it like navy, silver, and white, and like gray, because gray's kind of like silver in a roundabout kind of way. So in order to finish wiring this up, and it's all done the exact same way in each of the 6 sections, you're gonna take 3 pipe cleaners per section, and what you're gonna do is you're going to wire together, and I don't know why we have this on the gray background. It should be white. Hold on a sec. Let me move this stuff. Because this, I'd rather have it on white so you can see the darker colors. It'll pop better. Let me make sure. So let me do this. There we go. Voila, much better. Okay, so you're gonna take your pipe cleaner, and in between each section are weld marks. You have 4 rails, so you're gonna wire together a pipe cleaner right in the middle of these weld marks, and just kind of find a middle ground. And by wiring the 2 together, you have no play in your pipe cleaners. Then you're going to use the weld and your center point, and you're going to kind of go and wire the outside too, somewhere in between the weld and your center pipe cleaner. So you'll have 2 in each section on the outside, and 1 in the middle in each of the 6 sections, and that will give you a total of 12 on the outside, 6 on the inside, for a grand total of 18. And then tonight we're using, and this is sold out because I actually went back in and tried to reorder this. This is actually like a dark navy, but it's got a silver iridescent thread in it. This is my last roll. We're gonna do ruffles. So these are cut to 20-inch pieces. So that's a great way of not having leftovers, because leftovers either never get used and we just pile them up, and then God knows at some point we'll go through everything and toss because you don't have enough of this to do another design. So if you cut, knowing that you have 18 pieces to 20 inches, you should have exactly 18 pieces left. You might come up a little bit short on your last piece. It just depends on how they cut it or how they fasten it to the end. So 20-inch pieces leaves us with no leftovers. And so we're just gonna ruffle these. You could cruffle them, I guess, but I want a pretty good flat space. And I start on the inside. That's just like what I've been doing for so many years. You develop your habits. Habits can be good as long as they're good habits. So I take the finished edge, it goes towards the middle, and the finished edge also goes to the outside. The cut edges, and these have been cut with a wood burning tool, go to the insides or to the sides as they're going in. This way you have very little play where it's been cut. So that cuts down on your frame.
Brenda said, so glad I got your live. Pat says, I've watched you a zillion times and I still do it backwards.
You still do what backwards?
Either put in the Deco mesh or
Sideways.
wire the frame,
Yeah. You know, try something. A lot of times our mistakes are just creative ways of coming up with new ideas. So what I should be doing is I'm actually going to start cutting the inside ones, knowing that, you know, what we're going to put there and that it's not going to be needed. I'm going to do this as we go around as a time saver. And this is something new I'm having to train myself on, because normally I put all the Deco mesh in, then go through and remove the ones I don't need. And this way, hopefully, should be a time saver. Okay.
Audrey said happy Friday to everyone.
Happy Friday. I don't know why I thought today was Thursday. All day today, I have thought today is Thursday. Don't know why. That's
And
what
then Three
happened.
Birds Nest is on. They said, hello, Kat and Steve. Hi, everyone. Can't wait to see what you create with this sign, because it's one of my new favorites.
I loved this design. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is so perfect. Because you could technically use this from Christmas. You know, you don't necessarily have to have a Christmas design. Maybe you just want something a little bit more subdued. And this is just a nice, calm, relaxing welcome sign. So we're trying to incorporate those colors, which is why we're doing a dark navy and iridescent silver base. So I'm trying to
Yeah,
pull.
this can stay up through February pretty much, huh?
If you're like me, I have like, well, now it's changed because I'm a wreath maker, so you have to have your designs up. You know, because your front door, you never know who's going to come to your front door. You never know what opportunity will knock. So you should, your house is a perfect staging ground. So I would do Christmas, and Christmas would stay up until Valentine's Day. And then you'd put Valentine's Day, that would stay up until Easter. And then you put Patriotica to get you all through the summer. And then you're like gravitating towards Halloween or fall and then Christmas. I think those are the populars. So most people don't think, oh, well, I'm going to do a Mardi Gras wreath and a Valentine's Day wreath and St. Patrick's Day. But as a wreath maker, you got to be prepared.
So Patty, the mesh pieces are cut to 20 inches. 18 of them.
Yeah. I just discovered the whole, look, let's find a way to incorporate an entire roll so we don't have leftovers.
Yep. And then Three Birds said, that's exactly why I created it, so everyone can make beautiful wreaths and mark the other people who can leave them up longer. Yep.
So yes, so the sign came from Three Birds Nest Co. Did you?
Yep.
You already?
I will right now.
Okay. So Steve's gonna tag you if you want to purchase signs from Linda. Her shop is Three Birds Nest Co. or Company for short, all smushed together. So he's gonna include the link if you want to check out her signs. For our private group members get a discount in ordering through Linda for her signs. So it's just kind of one of the perks for being in the group. So, trying to get this base laid down. And I'm trying really hard not to let the pipe cleaners kind of poke and pull at the mesh. Okay. I'm super excited to see where this design is, because I boxed up all my Christmas ribbon already. So I was like, I gotta come up with ribbon design for this. And I think you guys will like the choices.
He said, I'm glad I got to watch your live tonight because I'm off of work. Awesome.
Nice. I know it's like we're trying to, get things ready so that families can spend the time together, as the holidays approach. I think you're going to have people who are just they're going to take a break. A lot of people are going on vacation mode. Mm-hmm. So, who knows? Knowing me, I'll get bored and I'll be like, I need to do a live. I just need to talk to people.
April asked, are you going on the inside and then the outside? Yes, she's going.
I just go whatever pipe cleaner comes next. So like this will be outside, then inside, then outside,
Right.
outside, inside. I just take the next one. It just makes it easier rather than do all inside and then come back and do all the outside. And then I have like the Deco mesh wanting to stick to other pieces. So this way it just allows you to form a really nice base. Okay. Now we'll go back to the inside. Whoop. Everything's sticky. Oh. Are you guys all finished with your shopping? One of the interesting things that we've been doing is we have a thank you box in the front of our house for all of our delivery drivers. You guys may have seen the videos I've been sharing. We just call them delivery driver surprise because most delivery drivers, you know, they're in a hurry, they're stressed out. So we incorporated like a little goodie box.
TV tray, yeah.
Yeah, it just has water, Gatorade, cookies, all kinds of snacks for them. And we tell them, help yourself. Thank you. This is our way of thanking you for ensuring that our deliveries, you know, arrive perfectly. And so some of the responses have been hilarious. So we've been sharing them as just like a way of, I don't know, thanking people and just giving you ideas of ways that you can give back. So they're pretty fun. And I think it's more of a gift for us because their responses are just like, wow, that's priceless.
You said that mesh is beautiful.
I know, I love this mesh. I'm gonna have to wait list this.
From Craft Outlet, right?
Yeah, this is Craft Outlet, but like I
Blue
said,
and silver.
they're out of it. Like they don't have it in stock right now. So it's one of those out of stock, don't know when we're getting it back, but you can watch list it so that when it does come back in stock, they email you. These are ones that I think I would keep. It's like a specialty one. These look good for Air Force. It works for the Navy. Where else did we use this? We used it in another design and it turned out perfectly.
And you said, where can I learn more about the private group?
Okay, so the private group is reopening in January. Right now, we have it open, but it's for yearly members, and that's because we put the yearly fee on sale, but it's only on my website. So you save $54. So basically, instead of paying $17 a month for class, it's only like $15. So you save $54.
Not even that, yeah.
Yeah, in doing that. So just go to my website and you'll see the 1-year membership. That goes away New Year's Eve. And then it'll just roll into the monthly ones. So, and then it goes back to full price. So you get business classes, you get access to the library, you get materials lists. So like our group members right now get to just sit and watch it being created. They know they don't have to write anything down, measurements, lengths, where did you get that Deco mesh, what color was that Deco mesh, because probably by tomorrow I'll have it posted in our group so they can print it out and go shopping or just hang on to that design idea for a later date. There we go. 1, 2, 3 more to go. Why is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, yes. Okay. The one in front of me. I was like, wait a second. We came up one short. I remember where we did this Deco mesh before. We did it on the Jesus is the Reason for the Season wreath.
Yep.
Because I had one and I was like, oh, this is going to look so pretty. Because the sign is white and silver and navy blue.
And so could you show us how to use a wood burning tool to cut the mesh?
Yes. So in January, we're starting all over again. And I haven't figured out which way we're going to do it yet. But we're going to, we do this every January. We start over in the beginning. So on the wreath making side, we take you back to basics. It's exactly what it's called. It's back to basics training, kind of like a military theme. And you learn what kind of tools you should have, where you should order your supplies in order to make sure you're getting the very best possible prices and the very best quality products, the different base forms to use, Deco mesh types, so that you know what you're purchasing, even though you can't physically feel it, you would already know. What else? And then the different Deco mesh base methods. There are roughly about 6 basics, and so we'll walk you through all of that and then give you a starter inventory of, if you're going to start and you want to do this for a business, here's basically starter inventory for you. This is what you should have as far as, you know, how many black, how many white, how many really cool, you know, teal colors should you have. So it's a pretty good course.
Sandra said, love the color. Deborah said, well, since I've brought different price points into my shop, now only are they buying the inexpensive products, but my Christmas wreaths are selling also. Kat was right when she said you have to have different price points in your shop, because folks, I can tell you it does work. Thank you, Kat.
You're welcome. And so this is what I've noticed for 2020 is having a wide variety of different price point products in your shop allows everybody to be able to shop. Not just the high-end buyer, not just someone who's looking for the deal, but everybody can find something in their price range in your shop. And you're still turning out great quality products. So this is the base. So you can see it's got the iridescent rainbow threads in it. Depends on how it's being lit. And now we are going to start our bow.
Patty asked, what other color mesh could you use with the sign? Definitely white.
White,
Probably
silver,
white and silver, yeah.
light blue, snowball mesh.
Yeah.
There's a wide variety. And then that's also what we teach you before we even begin the whole wreath thing. We teach you color theory and how to make smart buying choices, because most people say, well, how do you know what goes with what? I teach you how to do that. All right, so ribbon we're using today. We are using a 2.5 inch. It's like a gray with like white trees with little blue, turquoise, or teal colored dots. This came from, hold on, Joann's last year, but I think they had that this year too. We're also using an 1.5 inches. We are using this gorgeous 2.5 inch. It's like different colored trees. So teal, a lighter blue. I think that's about it. Just the 2 color trees. Joann's. This is Joann's line, believe it or not. Or no. Yes, Joann's from this year. It's called Time and Place. But it too has an iridescent sheen to it. So it's a navy base, but it's all iridescent. So you see that rainbow hue through there. We're using this, the 1.5 inch. Wow, are we going all Joann's? So far, these are all Joann's. Snowflake. And then I found this beauty at Walmart this year, which is a navy canvas with a silver pine tree. So that's what's staying in our winter wreath. So we are going to start here. I don't know why I put this out first. Let me put this down. So we'll start with a 10 inch tail, but first we need to design the end. So we're going to go ahead and do a dovetail cut. So folded edge to the point in the front. This is kind of a thinner ribbon, so it doesn't, there's not an awful lot of strength to it. The only strength comes from the wire to the outside. And I'm going to be using my Bodabra
Yep, Debbie, so this is a winter wreath.
Winter Welcome.
Winter Welcome Wreath. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you use your bow dabra, it's just going to be twist. So you twist, put it inside. For those of you that use the Easy Bow Maker, it's the same way. You're going to do, measure everything out. And then I always bring everything back to the 10-inch line so that I can see how far out my loops are. And I want 5.5-inch loop for this one. And then we'll make sure this measures 10.5 as well. It's a little bit shy. And then 10-inch tails, and we'll dovetail the end again. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and add the trees.
I think that one has green in it too. Green tree.
It's kind of like that teal color.
Yeah.
So it's got the same, the white tree with the glittery background here.
I think when
So-
you move it, it changes colors a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty.
It's just the same color, but glitter, right?
Hi, everyone just joining. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Woohoo. I love Fridays. Too bad I didn't know it was Friday the whole day. 9.5-inch tail here, and then we're gonna do 5-inch loops for our bow. We're just bringing it in a 1/2 inch each time. And this is just my simple formula for, I've varied it before. I do different ones, different sizes, but knowing exactly what I want the bow size and shape to be, this works for me. Okay. I'm having a hard time refraining from buying Christmas ribbon because I keep finding all the great sales on Christmas ribbon. And I'm like, ooh, these are so pretty. I never saw them this year. Should I get them?
Yep.
What?
I don't know. Go ahead.
So should I buy them this year? Especially when they're brand new and I've never seen the designs. So, who knows?
Yep. Anna asked, is there a replay of Monday's class for the private group because I left early?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's back in the private group under videos.
Or it will also be, let me see how I want to stagger these. I think I'll probably do it like so. So having your ribbons laid out like this enables you to kind of see which one's going to lay on top. So if you wanted to change anything, you could. So yeah, Anna, the replays are always pinned to the top, the most recent ones, so they're easier, so you don't have to scroll all the way down to the bottom, or just click on the announcement tab and you'll find the videos there. And then we move them. Like on Sundays, we'll take old last Sundays down and put new Sundays up.
Kathy said, my first live, love the wreath colors. So Kathy Shoemaker, let us know what city and state you're from.
Yeah.
It's always fun to know. Donna said, Kat, I made 2 gingerbread wreaths, one with the gingerbread plush
Okay.
and sign, and another one with just the sign ribbons and bows. Awesome. Hopefully it'll sell.
Yeah, gingerbread do really well. So you have to realize that and I'm not saying that Christmas won't sell in January or Christmas will not sell in February or even Christmas won't sell during the summer. You'd be surprised at when people are looking for different items and for different reasons. Someone might be throwing a Christmas party in July and want Christmas decor. So people always ask, should I list this? Should I take this down? I'm like, no, list it all the time.
Hi, Marie. Hi, Pamela. Hi, gals just joining.
That did not make the trash can.
Oh, she said, nope, they went on my door, LOL.
Okay.
Good for you.
Gotta always make sure you have something on your door. think we went candy cane theme this year.
Yeah.
So everything in the front of our house is candy cane themed. Okay. So the last ribbon I just did, the silver with the snowflakes, or the white with the silver snowflakes, was 9-inch tails, 4.5-inch loops. This is going to be an 8.5-inch tail and also 4.5-inch loop. This is the only one that's duplicated. So because I already have this one measured, if you just put your finger in both loops and pull, you will have the same measurement in both ribbons.
Sona said, my first live. I love the color combo. Welcome, Sona.
Thank you.
S-O-N-A. Let us know if we're saying it right, unless you have a hyphen on over the end. So it could still be Sonia, but I think it's Sona.
Okay.
John Hedda said, I saw the mailman get his goodies cat from your door.
Then, oh, he was the FedEx driver.
He was giddy.
Oh, yeah. It's like we were, and usually Steve beats him to the door, and I'm like, no, don't go to the door. Like, let the security camera pick it up so that we can watch. And so we were sitting in his office. We saw him, grab his package and go to the front. And we're like, hopefully he'll. Some people don't think like it's okay to take, and most people will just be like, no, that's okay, thank you. But he saw it, and I forget what he grabbed. He grabbed like a Gatorade, 2 bags of chips, and 2 cookies, because I guess him and his friend
His partner
were delivering, and you could just hear him laughing all the way down the sidewalk. And then they got in the car, and it was almost like they like scored some big huge lottery win.
Yeah.
It was just hilarious. So I think he made our day yesterday.
Like that lady from Kohl's. Start the car.
Yeah,
Start the car.
That's pretty much what it was. Yeah. So the gray, the 1.5 inch, the gray with the white branches and the little blueberries, 8-inch tails, and this is going to be 4-inch loops. So again, coming in a 1/2 inch on the tail length, but also on the loops. So yeah, I will post the ones from today. So they were cool. Most people just go, like they talk to the security camera. They're like, thank you, Merry Christmas. Or they give us thumbs up. So it's just a nice way to make somebody's day.
Carmelia said, love your hints and tips. I'm new to your site. Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to get this one to stay. It's so sad to see these colors because I bought these colors last year and this year, and I was like, oh, I never really got to do a gray wreath. And then I saw the sign, and I was like, perfect sign for these ribbons. And the last roll of Deco mesh. And no, this one is not up on my Etsy store yet. Normally I have that done too. And I didn't get a chance to do it yet.
Oh, good. So you actually said it correct, Stephen. So it's Sona. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Sharon Burkhardt said, love that commercial.
And it's like she stole something because she
Right.
got things on such a great price. So this is a 7.5 inch tail with 3.5 inch loops, and this one finishes it off. I find that if you use a really gorgeous ribbon with a lot of pattern or a lot of detail in it, it really it becomes the star of your design. And this one is all about that winter look, snow covered pines or evergreens. And then you have like the birch that have lost their leaves, but they still have like their berries. So that one's almost done. Okay. So we will put it all together and get it all fluffed. So I prefer pipe cleaners just because as I've gotten older, kind of lost a lot of my hand strength. I think that's just something that one day you just wake up and you just don't have it there anymore.
Yep.
So the pipe cleaners just give me a better grab.
Kathy said, I love blue. Debbie said, I love the colors blue, silver, and white, and gray for me at Christmas.
Isn't that amazing? I love these. Okay, so my fluff board, or what I use to fluff my ribbons is an 18 by 24 inch cutting board. It's 3/4 inches tall, has a C-hook here, also has a nail at the end for if you're using floral wire, you can go ahead and secure that extra to keep it from rotating. Here with the C-hook, I'm just going to hook it through my pipe cleaner like so. So you got that?
Mm-hmm.
So then it anchors everything. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna separate things from left to right, and we're working on the stack from the bottom up. So to fluff, you're gonna start with the very first ribbon you used, and you're gonna pull the tail one way and the loop the other. And because you have that C-hook on it, it's keeping everything from sliding around. All you're gonna see is the ribbon flip-flop, and then on the opposite side, you go the opposite. So I'm gonna pull the tail and then the loop. So you have tails opposite, should be loops opposite, and then you're gonna do the same as you work it down. So we're not gonna come back over here, we're gonna bring the loop over, and then we have our tails. This should go. What you end up doing is you have your loops, and then your tails will start to match up in each group, and then we're separating. So as you can see, we have 2 loops, 2 tails, and then on the other side 2 loops. And then you're just gonna simply keep following the pattern down. So we're following the gray, go back to the other side, separate those, work the next one over.
Deborah, I think blue and silver is kind of in this year because you said she just sold 2 blue and silver wreaths full of glitter and shine.
Yeah, I've sold all the Jesus is the reason for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I still have like my blue Merry Christmas one. It's still there, but who knows? Like I said, you know, you never know what inspires people to buy or not buy or what they're looking for.
Oh, that's a good idea. She said, can you do more of a budget-friendly wreath for Valentine's Day?
Absolutely.
On video when you start the holiday with COVID still surging, a lot of people are on budgets.
Yes, most definitely. I think you're going to see that a lot into 2021. Still how to turn out a great quality product, but more for people who have to be a little bit more budget conscious this year. Because I think that's what we saw a lot of in 2020. You still had some people who were, you know, purchasing, you know, higher end wreaths, but you also had people who were really shopping around this year.
Deborah's Cat, how long did it take you to master your bows? And how much practice did you get to get your bow so perfect? Well, she was doing bows every day.
Yeah, if you think
making
about
her
it.
wreaths, yeah.
You go through periods where you're making a ton, and then you just you get into your own little groove. Like people will have a different way of making their bows. Oh, there's the bow, by the way.
Yeah, they got it.
Okay. Normally I just like leave it on the board and show you. But I think hold on. The one thing that I want to remember most about this year is I don't want to lose sight of where it began for me, which means I'll still go and we'll still work on higher end quality stuff, you know, crazy out of the box designs. But we'll also remember we have to address all customer types in our shop. So we want to make sure that we have something for everybody.
Interesting. Peggy Forbes said gray and yellow are the Pantene colors for 2021.
Gray and yellow?
Gray and yellow. Interesting.
Well, I liked this when we looked at 2020. It was all, whatchamacallit, blue,
yeah.
right? It's the cobalt blue. I was like, I could work with that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and lay my bow in. And knowing it's going right over one of the interior pipe cleaners that I have already removed. So I need to make sure that I'm taking it all the way down. There we go.
Debbie, the board she uses for cutting for her ribbons is an 18 inch by 24 inch.
But go to Home
with the
Depot
C
or
hook in the
Lowe's.
middle. Yeah,
They
go to Home
already
Depot
have
or
them all
Lowe's.
like pre-cut, 24 by 24 by an inch, and then those are so
Or by
nice
3/4, yeah.
because you slide them next to your refrigerator, and your little C hook is fine.
Yep.
You just have to make sure you don't keep dinging your walls, like when you're in a hurry and just throw them in there. I've done that a couple times. So now we'll just move everything around. I really do like these colors together. Grays, blues, navies, and silvers. Okay, so let's put our sign on. So this is a 6 by 12 sign. I'm just making sure I wasn't lying. It is a 6 by 12. So your sign vendors will sometimes give you options. Do you want your holes already put in your signs? Most of the time they give you the options of the sides, the tops, sometimes 4 corners. If you just get a metal hole punch, I got mine from Amazon when I started. I want to say it's less than $10. So they're beadsmith 1.5 millimeter. You can get these at Joann's and Michael's. You go into the jewelry section, they're just jewelry hole punches. So I am going to just add, I kind of go on the middle on both sides when it's a rectangular sign. And then that is done. Okay, there we go. And then we'll go ahead and put our pipe cleaners on here. And we'll go ahead and get those started. And then we'll go ahead and situate our sign in our wreath. And then we'll finish our ribbons. And then we can start to embellish and have some fun embellishments. Because I didn't realize that I had so much stuff. This is when you start going through your supplies and going, would have been nice to have realized I had that for this year. And I didn't. So let me shift some things around. And let me go ahead and figure out where I want my sign to fall. Sometimes I'm looking like, do I want it kind of offset? And I think I want it offset this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back down through my centers, the inner ones, to secure this. So we're gonna kind of have it in the upper left-hand corner.
Hi, Taya Stewart from Scotland.
Wow.
Welcome.
Love that.
Kathy asked, do you normally put the bow on before the sign?
I do. I do now. You don't have to. You can put your sign on first, and then you pretty much know the limits of, you know, if I'm going to put my sign on, your bow's going to go in a couple different locations. For me, sometimes I want to see where I want everything to fall. Because when I create the bows, you know, you're looking into, you still want to see the sign. You still want to be able to read what it says. You want it to frame your sign, but not like, let me push some of this down so my ribbon will lay flat. You don't want to have to fight to see what it says because the ribbon's in the way. So I'm trying to get this gray one. It just has a wrinkle in the bottom. So the wrinkle is keeping it separate.
Glad you're doing better, Kathy. She said she's just recovering from COVID, so glad you're feeling better.
Not fun from what I've heard. Okay, so this is basically where we're at, babe.
Yep.
Okay, so with this, we are going to go ahead and work on our outside 12, and we're going to add in some ribbon tails, and these ones are cut to 13.5 inches. So we're going to alternate the gray and the white because we're going to take some of that blue and now we're going to kind of even it out a little bit. But not so much that all we see is white. We're still going to come back in and add some fun embellishments. So 13 inches, I fold them in half just so I can find middle, and then you pinch it together. And I place these right inside the pipe cleaners, or if you're working on a work frame, right on top of your tinsel, and you want to pull them to the outside.
Karen Roberts, I'm looking forward to trying those colors. She's from London, UK.
Nice.
Karen, you'll have to let us know what kind of craft stores you have out there.
Yeah, because we generally hear a lot of people from the UK struggle to find
places to
craft
buy
supplies.
Craft supplies, yeah.
And then we'll start adding our gray. And I'm just
Jacobs are loving these colors.
alternating this. So again, pull them to the outside. When you do that, it gives the appearance, it's drawing your eye outward, so it's not just staying focused into the center, it's look at everything that is here. It's kind of like setting the stage for the entire performance. I just wish these ribbon were a little thicker. Then they'd be perfect. But I will take them because it's so hard to know when you're not buying from where you can see, feel, and touch to know, is this going to be a good ribbon? Is this going to be a thin ribbon? You know, we love the thicker canvas ribbons rather than the thinner, almost satin. There we go. And this is kind of, it's like an imitation satin with the print printed on it.
Brenda, I just pinned the place where you get the signs from. It's 3 Birds Nest Co. on Etsy. It's Linda, right?
Yeah,
Linda from
Linda.
3 Birds Nest Co. Yeah, so I just pinned it. So you should be able to click on the pin
And
on
it'll
the
go to her
link,
site.
and it should take you to her site. And I'm verifying, and it sure did. It took you right to it. So.
Okay. Alrighty.
Peggy asks, what is that beautiful blue color named? Like the darker blue? It's kind of like a navy blue, I guess.
Yeah, I think like the Deco mesh color is just a royal navy, and then it's iridescent.
Right.
Trying to find that other, because it feels like there should be one right in the middle, but no. So it's just an iridescent foil. So I think it's navy with
silver.
iridescent
Silver, yeah.
metallic. I know I went to look for it today because I knew I had one left. So I was like, we're going to use that tonight, but I would like to have more.
Hi Ginger, hi Christine, hi Lynette. Pam Smith, I do January wreaths with blue, silver, and white every year. Oh, awesome.
That's great.
Ginger said hello from Marble Falls, Texas.
Welcome, Marble Falls.
That's a cool name for a town. Huh?
I know. It's just, it's interesting to see like all the different names, all the different places.
Yeah, especially
Scotland. England. Yeah, because
yeah, what town in Scotland, or what major city are you, or town are you by?
Or even in England. Did you
She
get
said
that?
London. She
London?
said she's in London, yeah.
Okay. Yay. So if your ribbon tails won't lay, let's say for example they keep bunching up or they're getting pushed to the side and they won't lay where you want, sometimes you have to separate the ruffle so that they go around the edges of the ruffle and then they'll lay flat. So if they're kind of squished next to another one, just separate the ruffle and then allow the ribbon to kind of follow that path. And then I think you'll be fine.
Taya, she's the one said we definitely do struggle to find embellishments, and where we do, they're very expensive.
Okay.
I wish I knew of a supplier in China myself. I'd buy in bulk just to have a lot of everything for less than what I'm currently paying for mine. Does Kat know any suppliers in China I could approach? I'm not sure suppliers in China's, but you've got
No.
suppliers, right?
What do you mean?
Like bigger suppliers. Like you still could try Craft Outlet. Even though
No,
you're in the UK, they might.
Craft Outlet is here, and they don't ship internationally.
ship internationally?
No, they're a local.
So she
Yeah, I
has to
think you
try
just
to-
have to reach out to different vendors. A lot of places stay inside the country because to ship internationally gets to be expensive. God. And I just don't, I mean, I don't know what's reasonable. I always say, you know, Amazon's everywhere, and Amazon is starting to carry a lot more. And I've noticed when supplies go short, a lot of times you can look on eBay, you can look on Amazon, because you have the Amazon UK, that you can find some supplies to, and just ship directly to your country
Yeah.
instead of trying to go through the US suppliers.
That's funny. Pat Reed said, "Holy smoke, my best friend lives in Marble Falls. I'm
How
from
funny.
Oregon." And then Karen Roberts said, "Awful supply shops here in the UK. We have a store called Hobbycraft, for instance. I could not even find a red velvet ribbon in there. I tried several times. Most of our stuff we have to order online and pay really high shipping costs.
Yeah.
Not easy for crafters on tight budgets." Yeah, I'll bet.
But, and I'm,
Peggy said Deco Exchange ships internationally.
that's what I was
You're
going to
gonna have to pay
suggest.
for
I
it.
was going to say, I don't know if Damon, because Damon's the co-owner or owner of Deco Exchange, they do ship internationally. So I would seriously check him out and see, because, I mean, he carries the same quality products that Craft Out in the
Craft
Wreath Shop
Outlet.
carry. And then some.
And Amazon sells ribbon. You could try Amazon UK because they do have a UK website.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because then you don't have to pay astronomical shipping.
right.
But those are options. That would be great to come up with some new.
Taya Stewart from Scotland said she's from Inverness. Love to go visit that. Close to Loch Ness originally, but I've lived in Aberdeen for quite a while.
That sounds beautiful. Wouldn't it just be fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
go and have Christmas? So
Let's house swap.
Yeah, right. Home exchange,
Home exchange.
like the holiday. Okay, 2 more, and then we will start with our embellishments. I'm trying to make sure my trees lay. There's always going to be one upside down, one right side up, but I try to get to lay as right side as they possibly can. See, like this one is laying up and I want it to go down. So you have to find the ruffle that it's attached to, and then you follow the path down, and then it lays down. Those are the pop-ups.
And she said, "You'd be very welcome here, my crafty friends."
I know. Just fill your suitcase with craft supplies when you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Okay. Last one. And then 2.
Yeah, she said, "Okay, you'd have to get on the plane to do that."
Right. Cat doesn't get on planes.
Scotland? Would you do it for Scotland?
I wouldn't do it for England right now. And we have friends that are in England, and I'm like, oh, get on the plane. I just had really bad. I have to get over it. It has to be me and God have a moment together, and He just says you need to get on the plane, and I'll take care of the rest. It's not that I don't trust Him. I just we haven't gotten to that point in my life yet. So from here to here is 2 inches. And then what we're going to be doing is this is going to go boom into the pipe cleaner like my fingers are. And then you're going to take it and you're going to fan this out and fan this out. And they're what's called half bows. So they kind of fill that gap in between. And I'm going to save the dark blue with the silver for our gray ribbon.
Courtney said, "My dream is to visit Scotland one day," and Taya said, "I too struggle with flying."
See, there's my dad. My dad forgets. He'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you were doing live. Just hit off. There you go. It'll go to voicemail now. And we'll call him back afterwards. And I'll be, I'm sorry. I was just checking in to see where you're at. Now everyone's gonna hear voicemail. It'll be like, Kathy, it's your dad. So, yeah. Try to make sure. See? There it is. Okay. So now I'm taking the silver trees and putting those on the gray. And we're just creating little half berries. Let me kind of pull my sign out from the bottom. It's kind of sinking down. And all that is just pull your deco mesh from underneath and bring it back out. This way it kind of frames and softens the edges. And let me show you what we've done. So these are the half bows placed inside. So these are cut to 17-inch pieces so that gives you plenty of ribbon to almost bring them down to the length of the tails, but not quite, because I don't want to hide the tails. And then we twist it about 5 times and then snip our pipe cleaners off, and we tuck those behind the ribbon and then make sure everything's all pretty and fanned out. Then we want to open those ribbons up so you can see. See, like the perfect ribbon is like, and it's funny, it's the Walmart ribbon because this is canvas ribbon. So let's make sure our trees look straight. And then we'll come in and add some, what do I have? Glitter fern. They're not, what would you call them? Berries, beads?
Beads, I guess.
I'm like, they're not berries.
Okay, this is beautiful. Linda said, love this one, very classy.
Thank you. So I'm just working my way around. There's so many different variations you could make. You could skip every other pipe cleaner and just, you know, have that set aside to put embellishments. Like let's say, for example, I think Hobby Lobby had them one year. They were a navy blue clear, but they had pine trees and snowflakes painted on them. That would look really amazing. I tried to find them before I did this one, but no such luck. So I may have already used them. They may have gotten used in the Jesus is the reason design.
Maybe.
I'll have to go back and look at pictures.
And yes, gals, we are very festive here. We have the garland lit up right in front of our counter so you can kind of see it. I have the lights on right here.
Oh, I'll do the home tour tomorrow. So we'll take you on the home tour. Because I had to revamp our guest bedroom. Because my brother doesn't want Christmas themed in his guest room.
Sharon, sure. She asked me if I could zoom in on one on the door. That's a custom order. She makes custom orders like that.
If you're interested in that, you have to message me.
It's the Grinch.
Because it's a trademarked item. I can't list it in my shop. But I can make them. So I usually always make one Grinch wreath every year. Where are you, Bella? That's odd for you to talk. You're usually quiet and napping. 2. She's behind the door. Oh, she went the other way. Sometimes they just kind of like hang out behind the door. Why, I don't know. Because they're like, that's weird. That's usually never there.
Larry Gibson asked, how much is the one you're making? Thank you.
Okay. So this will go in my shop right now and you would get 20% off. So I think that brings the price point down to 75. So I'm going to say 75. So I'll list it in my shop for 75.
Well, you list
so
it for higher, but it'll be 20% off, right?
now just list it for 75 because then I have to go in and edit the sale and add this item in there. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, this would go 75, and then it's 30 flat rate FedEx shipping, which if it goes out, it would go out on Monday because FedEx is not open for shipping on Saturday. You should have it by the following Monday. FedEx has been on it with their deliveries. Sometimes they actually ship quicker.
That's true. Taya and Karen, it is like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
there. Wow.
I am honored that you're here.
That you're staying up this late to watch it.
Yeah. It means the world. Okay. Just a couple more to go.
And Peggy said, I like your sign on the door.
Oh,
Like I said, you can message her. She makes custom ones like that.
yeah. So if you're interested in the Grinch one, message me and I'll give you the price. And then if you like this one, message me and say, I'm interested in the winter one. And we can go ahead and get it listed for you so you can go online and purchase it.
Deborah, it just depends on what state you're shipping to. She said, is it cheaper to go FedEx versus ground?
It's going to always depend on where it's going,
Yep.
the size box, and the weight. Although right now with weight dimensional shipping, I never exceed my weight.
Right.
I don't even weigh my boxes anymore because I'm like a 24/6 box should weigh 24 or 22 pounds according to all your carriers, just based on the dimensions. And we know it's not. They might rarely ever top out at 5 or 6 pounds.
Deborah, just call FedEx and ask to set up a business account and see how good they can get you rates.
Well, even in Etsy, you have the option of using FedEx as a shipper because for us, shipping wreaths through the U.S. Postal Service, most of the time is not cost effective. It's like not cost friendly at all. And it's funny because when I go and I see the people that I've made friends with at the post office, they're like, you haven't been here in a long time. I'm like, you didn't have to raise your rates to keep me away.
Yeah.
Because you guys had, I mean, that was a ton of business for them.
Yeah.
Because everybody, all the wreath makers, for the most part, were using USPS until January of this year. Which, in January 24th of 2020, prices are going up again. Through, I think I saw it, USPS. But the good thing is what they said is the price increase that we got, because everybody was going online shipping this year, that by the time they readjust it and then readjust it back, we won't see a difference. So if you've gotten used to the postage rates now, it's not going to be a huge increase because they'll lower them and then they'll raise them again.
Brenda must have gone on a little bit late. Christian, she said, how do you cut your ribbons for your tails?
Cut the ribbons?
Yeah, I mean, she says for your tails. Anyway.
Well, the tails
That's how
are...
you cut them, you fold them in half and then cut.
Yeah.
45.
Well, is it at a 45? It just depends on how deep you want your V to go. Where you'll decide to cut your tails at, or wherever you're going to put your dovetail. It depends on how deep of a V you want to place. Okay, so let me show you the embellishments. So here's this for now.
Okay.
Yay. Okay, embellishments. We'll throw all those away.
So Taya said, what wreaths do you start making in January, February? It's going to be St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day, right?
Well, I'm making Valentine's Day already in December, as well as Mardi Gras. So in January, you should be making Easter, spring, and that's pretty much it. St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's, and Mardi Gras should be right now. Because I think Mardi Gras begins in January and ends in February. And then you have February 14th, which is Valentine's Day. And then March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. So we have these. These are what I was saying. Do we call these beads or berries?
Picks.
Well, yeah, they're picks. So we're gonna put some of these in.
Deborah, that's about right. A 22 by 22 by 4.
Mm-hmm.
She said it cost the customer $25. Although 22 by 4 should be a little bit cheaper. But yeah, call FedEx and see what they can do for rates for you.
We also have glitter fern because I want to pop that because there's so much tree, right? I mean, the sign has your evergreens, it has your birch or your oaks that have lost their leaves. So we want to kind of take these. These are from Hobby Lobby. I know you can't find these at Hobby Lobby right now. You have to get them in like October, or just have, you know, stash from when Hobby Lobby did have them. So I'm breaking these down into subtle little picks because I don't want to go way overpower. And so I'm just pulling one of these apart. This was $2.99. And I think if you got it when Hobby Lobby had their Christmas at 50% off, that's pretty much where you're going. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to just tuck some of these branches in right underneath our ribbon tails, just to right next to the tree, just to kind of, again, everything's frosty, everything's icy, everything's winter. So it just adds the little bit of bling, a little bit of color. And I use Gorilla Glue in my glue gun. So we're gonna add those picks. I think I just dropped berries. Right where we have that iridescent ribbon. So I just make sure I really give it a good coat. I lift up the bow and I just kind of tuck it right underneath, but kind of angled off to the side. And I like looking for the bigger ones. It has big and small. So lift up and place right underneath. Okay. Looking for some other bigger ones.
Are you just doing it on the iridescent one?
Just the iridescent ones, yeah. I have one here. It never fails. Sometimes your best ones are like the ones where no one's gonna see them. Under the bow. What do you guys think of using the addition of the glitter fern? Do you like the look?
Linda, once we're done with this video, it'll automatically post in her regular group, so you could rewatch it from the beginning there.
Okay. Let me look at these. Have that one. Pull a handful of these out. Let me look at this. I think I want this one kind of up. Over here.
David said, I love the look, gives the wreaths a pop. Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm trying to get that to stay. Because I'm just looking at a bunch of different variations to decide, do I want to add that? Nope. Okay. Let me take another.
That is a lovely glitter fern. David said, love the look, gives the wreath a pop. I said that already. Yeah, she just love them. I can buy them in UK. Woohoo.
I know. I feel so bad. But like I said, go check out Deco Exchange because we know that he does ship internationally. And I think you'd be pleasantly surprised with the quality of the products. So I'm just gluing in a couple different, like this one is white with the core, and I'm just kind of going around the sign. I'm doing my florist triangle. Making sure I have these in like quantities of 3. this one in. I always go around a couple times to make sure I have plenty on there. I think I'm so used to gluing the bulbs that we added to our candy cane vents.
Yeah.
Remember those? I'm holding this one because the Deco mesh wants to push it back up. There we go. I need to look. Sometimes it's just nice to look and see what else you can add. Hold on. I'm trying to use the last of my little picks. So I think I want to use that there. I have, oh, look, I dropped one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because I don't like the look of seeing my pipe cleaner on the sign, is I'm just gonna take the edge of that glitter pine and lay those right on top so that they kind of frame our sign. And I'll show you here in a second what it looks like. And then we're gonna add some up here in our bow. It just kind of takes that silver pine tree and just kind of gives it a little bit of a 3D effect. Okay, look, I have these guys. I pulled them out for a reason. Let's bend everything so it's not static. Hang tight. I'm just looking. Gotta get rid of my glue thread that I see.
Karen Roberts, so beautiful. I love how you explain everything so clearly. Very helpful for us newbies to wreath making. Great teamwork as a couple. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you. I try. Like I said, it's important for me to remember. It's like, what is it? It wasn't Mufasa. Who was it? Was it Mufasa? Who always said, remember, he told Simba, remember who you are.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not to get too big. Let me see. I like one, but the other one is just really not cooperating. So I don't think I'm going to be using those in there. So let me show you what we have done thus far. I don't have baby white
Are you
bulbs.
using any silver or the white bulbs or no?
No, I just use blue. Yeah, I'm trying to keep everything a little bit subdued. So let me flip this around and show you what it looks like. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, let me show you what it looks like up here. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. You're like, I see my mom.
No,
Okay.
I'm hungry.
She already ate.
I know.
That's why I was like, she can't be nitpicky right now. We just fed her before we went live. Let me pull this back. And sometimes it leans forward. Glitter everywhere. Sign. You okay?
Yep.
Okay. So, what do you guys think? Like?
Peggy said, outstanding. You do beautiful work.
Thanks, Peggy. Okay. So, this one is done and in the books for 2020. So it's kind of finishing off 2020 the way it should be, with winter setting in. So like I said, we more than likely, because I can't sit still too long, this is the last one scheduled for 2020, and then we go into planning and preparation and everything for 2021. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the closeout to 2021 or 2020 design. And like I said, the sign came from Three Birds Nest. Most of the ribbon came from Joann's, except the pine tree that came from Walmart this year. And that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions I can answer for you? I'm waiting for Steve because he has to. I didn't bring my tablet out so I could read feedback.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. They said beautiful. Have a wonderful vacation and Christmas.
Yes.
Gorgeous as usual. Audrey, as always, awesome. Another great live with all the company that has joined all of us. Kat and Steve, you're so enjoyable, which makes it a pleasure to watch. She also does a beautiful job. Thank you for your time and many talents.
Oh, you're welcome.
Brenda said, I love your work, good teacher. Becky said, I love watching your tutorials. They feel being taught by a friend. Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
compliment.
that's a really good comment. All right, everyone. Well, have a great rest of your weekend. We might do a pop-up live here before we completely close out, just because I think I have one more design left in me. I need to get a Mardi Gras wreath done, a St. Patrick's Day, and Mardi Gras, and a Valentine's Day. And I have 2 classes left. So who knows, maybe we'll do Mardi Gras or something. So make sure you hit the like and follow button, so if we go live, you won't miss it. If not, replays are always going to be available to you. And you can always find me on YouTube at KatsCreationsNMore. That's where all my tutorials are for the lives that we've done since 2018. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you and your family Merry Christmas, that you have a blessed and healthy, COVID-free rest of 2020, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great night, everyone.